the last thing I want to share with you is probably the more complicated part of communication. Listening is easy compared to speaking. How do we say what we actually mean? How do we get across what's in our heart to someone else? Well, this last slide of identifying observations, feelings, needs, and requests, this goes a long way to doing that. But I want to give you something more practical that you can work with starting today in your own life. And this is first the recognition that to say what you mean, you have to first know what you mean, right? We have to do that internal work with mindfulness to identify, how do I feel? What's important to me? What do I really want? Rather than just speaking in the moment from whatever reactivity or judgment or interpretation is at the top of our mind. So in order to do that, you can ask yourself 3 questions. The first question is, what do I want to say? This is the question most of us ask ourselves, but we stop there. And if we stop there, we don't get to the deeper meaning. And we also don't learn how to communicate in a way that's going to build understanding. So first, what do I want to say? Do that on your own with a friend in a journal and just let it rip. Blame, judgments, as much as you want, whatever you think you need to come out. Professional, personal, just get it all out. Then the next question is, what do I want the other person to know or understand? There's a second bullet up there. As you do that, you can then investigate what's really true. So this is what I'm telling myself, but you can look at the observations, feelings, needs, and requests to get clearer about what's actually happening for you. Then ask yourself, what do I want the other person to know? What is it I want them to understand? Not just what I want to get off my chest. Remember, communication is about building understanding. So what is it that you want them to understand? This adds another layer to the conversation. Then the last question is, how can you say it in a way that they can hear? This is about recognizing that, who am I talking to? Where are they coming from? What are they going to be able to hear? This is in our own best interest. It's not about being inauthentic or catering to someone else. It's about recognizing, if you want to be understood, it's in your own service to consider, what does this person have the capacity to hear? So in looking at what can they hear, there's a couple of principles. The first is that when people hear blame, they shut down, they get defensive. So the less blame and criticism, the easier it is for others to hear us. And that template of identifying what happened, how I feel, and why, and then making a request, offering a suggestion. Here's what I think would help. That's going to help take some of the blame out. The second key principle here is try to chunk your information. Don't flood it. Don't just say everything all at once. People get overwhelmed. You have more clarity and more power when you use fewer words. Just share 1 or 2 things and then see how it lands. Break it down into small steps. Finally, what we're looking for in expressing ourselves openly, honestly, and directly without blame is to bring together a sense of authenticity, the truth for us, with our care for the other person, so that they can actually hear what we're saying. So what's really true for you? What would you like them to understand? And then connect with your own heart. Where do you really want to come from? How can you say this in a way that the other person can hear? So this obviously takes time, but this is just indicating to you a little bit of the terrain of how you can work to shape your own speech, your own self-expression, so that 1, you're clearer about what's happening for you. 2, you have a better sense of what it is you want the other person to understand. And 3, you're getting more skilled at expressing that in a way that gets the message across to the other person.